Welcome to the GameItall.com podcast. My name's Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Pino25.
All right. A slow news week today, or this week.
It's midsummer. What do you expect? I don't expect much.
It's I was expecting more. It seems like last year we were really busy with all the news coming out. And I know even a couple weeks ago I said it was a slow news week on the podcast, and then the next day we just got bombarded with news. And
Pretty
then after that it
much.
died off again. And
Well,
it's
with all the Pokemon stuff last week, you know, that's all last week was freaking Pokemon, and that was it.
That is true. It was just nothing but Pokemon. I mean, I'm fine with that. It's Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go has been doing a lot for a lot of people, and we've been seeing reports about it. A lot of times, the news has been focusing on a lot of the negative sides, of course, like
Wow.
the 15-year-old kid getting hit in traffic.
The guy getting stabbed, and he didn't even go to the hospital. He kept looking for his Pokemon.
He kept looking for his Pokemon.
Because he wanted to catch them all, and oh my god, from what I heard from the audio clip, the guy was pretty stunned. He was like, well, I continued trying to catch them all, and I'm like, seriously, go to the he got 8 stitches.
Oh Jesus. There was also the other guy. He was a convict who had a warrant out for his arrest, walked up to a police station because it was a gym, and the police arrested him outside of it. I mean, smarts, people, smarts. It's great.
That's funny. I did enjoy the tweet that frickin' OPP, the Ontario Provincial Police, put out. Someone had a lot of time on their hands. Well, they had the cops with a couple of the Pokemons, and I'm like, oh my god, what does taxpayer dollars go to?
Oh, totally. I mean, for everyone who don't know, Pokemon Go was released in Canada yesterday night. And already it has, like, even though people have been using the APK, the non-official version.
Well, it was from the
It was from the official source. It's just
it wasn't
out.
It wasn't officially released. It was on the store, and I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It was out on the store, and then it well, it wasn't out on the store. It was people downloaded it from an official source, but it was the official version.
It was from the actual company that made it. It
wasn't
exactly from Google.
There we go. That makes sense of it.
Yeah.
So now it is officially out, and here's the thing. We all thought, because of what happened with Ingress, which was their previous game, we all thought that people would probably get banned or kicked off the game because they had the game early, which was, it's a reasonable fear considering that's exactly what happened with Ingress. And, we have the official word. No one's banned. So
no, I got rid of my my copy that I had from before, and then I replaced it with the Google one from the Play Store, and I had still had all my Pokemon, everything transferred over, and all was good.
There you go. So, yeah, everybody's enjoying Pokemon Go except for the people in my hometown right now who have a tornado warning going on. This is why Ricky's not with us. Sexy voice Rick is not with us tonight. Because, there's a fucking tornado going on over there.
Things going down.
Much more important shit going on.
But yeah, and also it was funny, there was people at work with Pokemon that they had older phones, and they were like, I need to get a new phone just to play Pokemon.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have a shitty tablet that doesn't even have data attached to it. I want a actual phone so I can play Pokemon Go now. And fuck. I mean, I'm going to admit I have gotten into a shape that is not the shape that I want to be. So,
me too. Me too.
so I think Pokemon Go may actually help with that. That's one of the benefits of playing that game. Circle is a shape. It's not the shape I want to be.
Oh yeah. But no. So that was more or less the biggest thing this week. Wow. Anything else on Pokemon? I don't know.
Oh, not really Pokemon, but there was other big Nintendo news.
Yeah, Nintendo made a splash from the past.
Yeah, that completely surprised me. I remember going because I just got done work. For those of you who don't know, I work the overnight shifts at the place I work. And I came home just about ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden I see this fucking thing. It's a Nintendo the size that can fit in the palm of your hand.
Well, yeah, it's a remake of the NES. Well, like other companies have done this. Atari, Sega, and a couple of other companies have made shrunk down versions of their classic consoles. Nintendo is one of the last companies to do this.
But they are doing it fucking right, because this is a handheld Nintendo console that you can plug into your TV, HDMI capable.
Mm-hmm. Well, just HDMI.
Just HDMI. And it comes with 30 of the best Nintendo games.
Well, now, not just Nintendo and other third-party games.
The best Nintendo Entertainment games.
Yeah.
So just going through the list, because there are 30. I'm going to try to go through this as fast as I can, see if I don't fuck this up.
Well, go with the really big ones.
No, I want to go through the entire list, see if I fuck it up.
All right.
Ready. Good. Time me on this, too. See if I get it right.
Fuck's sakes. I don't have a clock. Windows 10 sucks.
God fucking damn. Okay, anyways.
Just go.
Let's do it. Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excitebike, Final Fantasy 1, Galaga, Ghosts and Ghouls, Gradius. Fuck, I fucked it up. Ice Climbers, Kid Icarus,
Goblin.
Kirby's Adventure, Mario Bros, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream, the shitty version that doesn't feature Mike Tyson.
Wow.
Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros 2, Super Mario Bros 3, Temco Bowl, The Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link.
For $60 American.
For $60 American, it's going to come out to about $80 in Canada.
Like, if you would buy this on the... Well, if you're looking at it American, you're looking at $2 a game. That's ridiculous. Because if you buy them separately on the store, it would cost you like $5, $6, $7 each.
So, just going to look at this. Bubble Bobble. I am looking up just the cartridge off of eBay, how much it goes for. The top pick, the cheapest one that you can get to, is $25.33.
Yeah, but this is more of the virtual console pricing.
Yeah, this does follow more of the virtual console pricing, of course, yes. But
if you'd want to buy them all separately, you're looking at least $150 worth of stuff. And plus, you get the awesome system and the awesome controller.
Yeah, exactly. It's a throwback to what the original console looked like. And the controller is the legitimate original controller with the new plug-in so that you can plug it into a Wii remote and use that instead of like the Pro controller.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, these games that they have on here now, the bad thing about this is that this is 30 games that are preloaded. There are no ways to take those games and like put more on there.
That's it. It's final. You get what
Uh,
you get.
You're getting what you're getting.
It's essentially like buying a compilation record or CD or something. You get what you get.
Yeah,
But it's for $60 or $80. It's not that bad of a price.
that's not bad as a price at all. So
Because way back, try buying all those games for the NES.
exactly.
So
And
or no,
these games are
have them all working.
yeah. Now these games are actually games that do take a long time to play, so that is good. Like I can't remember how long it took me to beat Ninja Gaiden, like properly beat. I don't even think I'm actually there. I made it to the last boss and I just said fuck it.
Or Castlevania.
Or Castlevania and Castlevania 2.
Oh fuck,
I mean,
Castlevania too.
Castlevania 2, fuck that game because, Simon's Quest was fucking ridiculous. But it's still a long game that, it's still a classic in its own right. Double Dragon 2 The Revenge is probably the best co-op Double Dragon game because fuck 3.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you need a beat 'em up with that list, and Double Dragon 2 is the perfect one.
Yeah. Great side scrollers. Freaking Mega Man 2, Metroid, Super C, Super Mario. Like
A lot of classic Capcom is on here, which is great.
well, yeah, Capcom and surprisingly Konami
Konami,
also.
yeah.
That
So yeah,
was bizarre.
so the only thing that we were wondering, is this going to be a trend? Like, are we going to see like maybe a miniature NES or SNES?
I want one. I want
And
one.
if so, what would be on that
Oh my
list?
god, you'd have Final Fantasy 3 because if they're putting Final Fantasy 1.
If they have to put Final Fantasy, it has to be 3.
I would
And
love to see Earthbound.
of course, I mean most of Sony or wow,
Anything from
most of
Square.
Nintendo first party has to be on there.
And also anything from Square, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, whatchamacallit?
Illusion of Gaia.
Chrono
Trigger, yeah, fucking you have to. Like these are games that have to be on there, but
Mario
I don't know,
RPG.
of course, yeah, that's a major one right there.
And Mario Kart.
See, the more that we talked about it, like we were talking about this at work, and we were like, you know what? The more that we talk about it, the more we're thinking there should be one just for RPGs, one for just the side scrollers, one for just the beat 'em ups.
Well, give me,
and then we would probably pay the $80 for each one of them.
Well, yeah, honest, it's and Nintendo would make a killing off of this thing.
Oh God, will they ever?
And it was funny. I looked around YouTube, and most of the videos that I saw were all people that were going, "Oh my god, I'm so excited!" And then there was one guy that was like, "Well, do you know what? Do you know what pisses me off? I've already bought these games so many times on the Wii U, and also on the 3DS, and it's like they're making me buy them again." But he's like, I'm still gonna buy it, but it still kind of pisses me off because I've already bought in all these games.
You know what? Is it worth it? That's the key thing? Is it worth it to you? Like to me, I agree with the guy. I bought these games over so many times, especially Bubble Bobble. Those games to me are worth it though.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm like, if you give me the opportunity to play these games more or to play them on a different way that I can enjoy it, then I'm open to that possibility.
Yeah, I know. That's just it. I understand why his position of it's kind of not fair, but at the same time he's like, yeah, it's still awesome and I still want one. So but for the price, it's not that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm still excited to get one. Hopefully, Nintendo is not a bunch of dicks and does not limit the distribution of these things, because that has happened in the past. That there was a limited amount of devices, as we look back on the original Wii and the frickin' Wii balance board thing. Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, that is true.
That was shady. But hopefully Nintendo knows best and does not pull one of those moves.
So speaking of games we've already paid for and are going to probably pay for it again, I wrote an article earlier today that was rumored because of a leaked trophy for Dead Rising coming to PS4. We actually now have confirmation from Capcom via Eurogamer that the first two Dead Rising games, Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2, and Off the Record, is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So now we're just, we're waiting for further information on the games, on the HD bundles, if it's going to be done separately, like how the Resident Evil bundles are going out right now with 6, 5, and 4.
I'm guessing the PC is only going to get the first one.
The PC is more than likely only getting the first one because Dead Rising 2 is already on.
And Off the Record is already on Steam, and you can already buy it since forever ago.
And Dead Rising 3 is going to remain an Xbox One exclusive.
I could buy it on the PC.
Xbox One console exclusive.
Or whatever. You wanted to get all technical.
Yeah. And, of course, Dead Rising 4 is going to be Xbox One timed exclusive. So there's a possibility of it coming to PS4 later on.
See. I don't know. After playing the first one, I was like, eh.
It's, it's a good series. It's just...
It's fun for a while, but after a while, it's just like, eh. You mowed down a zombie once. You mowed them all down.
Yeah, exactly. You kill them once, you kill them again like 5 other times.
Yeah. But that's the way she goes. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. What else is there? Fallout. We finally got a date for Build Your Own Vaults.
And what was the date for that one?
July 26th, so you get to play Fallout Shelters in Fallout 4.
Nice.
In all its greatness. So I'm intrigued to see about that. And hands down, the season pass for Fallout 4 was kind of a joke.
Yes, I agree with this. It just wasn't.
We got two. Well,
we're getting two major expansions.
Well, we've gotten one already.
We've gotten one already. Yes.
So Far Harbor was amazing. It was really well done. I liked the whole concept, the new ideas, and then we're getting Nuka World next month.
Yes. So Nuka World looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Far Harbor was really good. There is some controversy with Far Harbor right now.
Really?
Yeah, there was a mod for Fallout New Vegas that a fan created that was kind of like a murder mystery thing going on with robots in the vault. So you were talking with all the robots, trying to figure out what the hell happened, why they uprised against their human owner, and all this other stuff. Now, for those who played the Far Harbor DLC, that sounds very similar to the Mission Quest. What was it? Brain. Just a second.
I played it. I don't remember. But yeah, you had to. A girl was kidnapped, and then you had to go retrieve her.
Yes, it's here. So the mod was called Autumn Leaves, and the actual DLC or part of the mission for what was it? I wasn't planning on talking about this, to be honest, during the podcast. That's why I don't have it set on here.
Yeah, but we had barely anything for today.
We didn't have anything planned for today because it's been so weak.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called Brain Dead, if I'm guessing right. So it involved going into a vault near Far Harbor and doing a murder mystery with a bunch of robots. It's a very similar, similarly inspired story going on.
Yeah.
But of course, Autumn Leaves came out about a month or two before Fallout 4 and was kind of pushed under the rug because of the release. So now that Far Harbor had its moment to shine, some people are noticing that, oh, this is very similar to the mod that they created a few months prior. And it's really causing some trouble for Bethesda. The owner of the mod, the creator of the mod, he has actually come out on record and said that, you know what, I just want people to actually play my mod. It's okay. And, you know, they probably played it and were inspired by it and created their own story around it.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That guy is awesome.
Yeah, he has actually been the most sane out of everyone I've been hearing about with with all this.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That is very awesome that he's not like being a dick.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, we have enough stories about people being dicks in the game industry, and you know, it's awesome to hear that. And I agree with him. Like, I have not played Autumn Leaves yet, mainly because I don't have Fallout New Vegas on the computer. But if I did, that's definitely going to be something I'm going to check out first.
Yeah,
it's like definitely been brought to my attention, and it looks great from what I've seen.
well, yeah, and well, like there was a lot to Far Harbor. Like you got to interact with the children of Adam and learn a lot more about them compared to what we learned about them in the previous games. So there's a crapload more on them and who they are and what they're all about. And there was also the Synth Refuge and the people of Far Harbor and all this other stuff was really interesting. So I thought it was an amazing piece of DLC, and just the amount of fog in the game, it was amazing. So, but yeah, like, and that was a great DLC. It was so if you buy it separately, it's about $35. And then if you buy Nuka World separately, it's gonna be $29.99. So you're looking at, I'm guessing it's gonna be as big. It's gonna be about as big and as awesome as Far Harbor was. Because if not, I'm gonna be disappointed.
It almost have to.
Yeah, because like all the other DLC was just a bit disappointing compared to other Fallout releases or Bethesda releases in general. Because like I don't know. Contraption, okay, cool. I get some stuff to tinker around in my freaking settlements. Workshop, eh. You get some new mods to tinker around with. What? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of sad.
So, aside from let's actually talk about people being dicks.
There's a lot of people that are dicks.
Actually, you know, I was going to bring up this conversation, but actually, I'm going to save this for an article because at this time I don't have all the exact details, and I'm trying to figure out a few things. But I'm assuming you heard about the Patreon game that got canceled this weekend.
No.
The game called Breeding Grounds.
No, I don't think I read about that.
I'm not gonna. Of course, I'm not gonna link it because it is an adult game. It
Oh,
is.
okay.
It's an adult game where somebody has made a kind of Harvest Moon-ish game with, you have to breed animals. Anthropomorphic animals. So, it's still sexy, if that's your thing,
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but the gist of it is, and I'm going to write an article explaining exactly what happened because, everyone's been doing that, and it's a pretty fucking shitty situation. But there's two sides of the story, one of which is that the artist left the team and took the money that was making from Patreon and it took half of the money that was making from Patreon and the art assets to start a different game. That's one side.
That is
the other side is that the other person was a dick and he was not paying people on time and was having like problems with the art direction and how everything was going. So the other guy left and, followed his contract, this is pretty much the whole thing, is that it's dealing around a really shittily made contract, which is that the guy that was creating the art could actually leave and own the art that he made for the game and take half the money back or with him. So one way or another, it just ended up being a shitty time.
Complete shit show. So one thing to learn from that, if you're doing anything that has a contract, make sure you go see a lawyer.
So yeah, pretty much.
Get yourself a good lawyer.
Yeah, pretty much. Just you get yourself a good lawyer, you work up the contract right, and then you really focus on like you don't leave a loophole that can pretty much shut down your game. Since then, other team members of the game has come out and talked, and in general, just really fucked it up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty shitty. Pretty shitty. That's all I can say. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, hold on. I got. I think we're gonna have a random viewer pop in, and by random viewer, I mean Sexy Voice Rick is going to hop in halfway through the podcast.
Oh, hey!
Yeah. It's just a second. We'll get that going.
We'll see if he's Pokemoning.
Here, just a few seconds while I get that running. Entertain them for a few seconds.
Why? What do you want to say? Like, do you want me to start doing a monologue of like, oh my god, the people?
Just start doing a monologue. Do one of your famous speeches.
Speeches of what? Titties and hoes? I don't know. What's tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's a very important date. You know what's coming out tomorrow? Great game. Great game from Square. We get to play I Am Setsuna. Oh my god, he's off the camera and I'm just talking. So, yeah. Chickadee cow. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my god. So yeah. So we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Monologue.
I was just babbling.
Cool.
But yeah, tomorrow I'm excited for I Am Setsuna. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, there's a few games that are coming out here. Actually, let's just go through the list now. Because, like I said, there hasn't been much
It's
news.
been quiet as hell this week.
Evo happened this weekend, and aside from a story trailer from King of Fighters, which I'm really fucking excited for.
It's a story trailer for a fighting game.
It's a story trailer for a fighting game. There's not much to actually talk about aside from showing the trailer. And there was also Garu Mark of the Wolves coming to PS4 and Vita later as well. So that's something I'm really excited for, because that is my favorite Fatal Fury game. Just straight up, probably my favorite fighting game of all time, too. It's up there, anyways. So, just to go through the release schedule, we do have I Am Setsuna, as you previously mentioned.
That's it. That's all.
Moon Hunters is coming out for PS4. I've been really excited to hear about this since we had an interview with the team that made it. Neverwinter is coming for PS4 finally, and I'm excited to play it. I've seen people play it on Xbox One. I've been really hoping to get my hands on it.
Which version?
The latest version, so all of the DLC, all the current...
okay, because that game has been going on forever.
Yeah, everything that's been made current for the game will be on the PS4. So, that's an extra bonus. And also, speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, Sword Coast Legends is coming to PS4 tomorrow as well. And I believe for Xbox One, I'm just confirming that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a good amount of stuff that's coming out, so here, bear with me for just a few more seconds. We also have 10 Second Ninja X, The Assembly, Starbound, Human Fall Flat.
Starbound,
that is the
game that's been on PC for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, that came out in 2013.
Oh, it's Sexy Voice Rick.
I'll say it.
Yeah. Sexy Voice Rick.
Oh, there you go. That is so dirty.
Go.
I've been here for like 5 minutes, but I didn't feel like interrupting.
Ah, well, fuck.
We were just babbling on about crap coming out this week, so
this is a podcast where we have nothing going on, so it feels like
slow week.
Yeah. It's just a slow week.
It's essentially old Pokemon news over and over again.
Pretty much.
Speaking of which, did you guys see the video of Central Park in New York when the Vaporeon spawn?
No, I did not see that.
No, the park got flooded. You saw cars pulling in, people running for it. Let me see if I can't find that video. It was actually pretty interesting.
Crazy.
I know I've watched Rooster Teeth's version of that. It's pretty much what they did. What they did during one of their shorts is they dropped a lure near the studio because they found out that part of it was was either a Pokestop or a gym. I don't remember. They dropped a lure near that area, and people started coming over. So they surrounded them wearing Team Instinct colors. Instinct's Zapdos, right?
I believe so, because Mystic is the blue one.
Mystic is Arcunos, and Valor is Moltres.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Team Instinct.
I think they did it just to fucking fuck with people.
Hufflepuff and I was gonna say Pokemon. Hufflepuff and Harry Potter.
Those Hufflepuff and Pokemon.
Hufflepuff Pokemon.
Yep. They're magical, mystical Pokemons. Yeah.
So, fuck, I don't know where I was going with that one. I had something I wanted to talk about, but I forgot about it now.
Bimbos?
It's not bimbos. Although as entertaining as bimbos are, it's not bimbos.
So it's not DOA.
It's not DOA. There hasn't been much news on DOA recently, anyway. So,
Aw.
aside from we're getting Mai. That's it. Oh, Star Wars. That's what I wanted to talk about.
What's going on with Star Wars?
There was a lot of news on Star Wars this weekend because it was
they announced the young Han Solo.
They announced the young Han Solo movie. They also showed more for Rogue One.
Yeah.
And also Battlefront is tying into Rogue One.
Battlefront is tying into Rogue One as the last part of the DLC for the season pass.
Which is cool.
We also have a new VR experiment coming out where we're supposed to be put into the shoes of Darth Vader. And we're also
cool.
Yeah, that ought to be pretty sweet. We're also getting we got our first official word on Visceral Games Star Wars game, and surprise, surprise, it sounds exactly like Uncharted. So it's being made. It's being made by the girl who helped create Uncharted, helped write that character into life, and of course, now we're getting a swashbuckling, fun, entertaining Star Wars game that is going to be action-packed and with focus on gameplay.
Well, that's cool. I'm fine with that. That sounds interesting. It's
That
different.
sounds perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, you're not going to be playing the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. I want something new. Oh, and for the whole VR experience thing with the Darth Vader, are they going to have James Earl Jones?
We don't know yet.
They need James Earl Jones. They just need him. Just need him.
No idea. It's just they just kind of announced it with a small trailer, and that's it. There wasn't even actual showing of what it would be.
To cut in here, I just
Star
the
Wars
video.
VR experience comes to HTC Vive. Yeah, July 18th. Yep.
All of that just for Pokemon.
Oh, wait, you have the chat. Yeah. Just a second. Okay, reaction time. Let's see how this turns out.
It's gonna go bad.
Holy fuck, that's loud. There we go. Oh my dear God.
It's like you want to stop a riot. You want to stop a riot in any city. Just release a big ass Pokemon.
Just drop a lure.
That's pretty much it. Just drop a Pokemon.
These people need a Pokestop. Stat.
No, they need to drop a Ditto.
A Ditto.
People go nuts if they drop a Ditto.
A Polygon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Polygon should drop a Polygon.
That is amazing.
Right?
I'm so impressed with that, but honestly.
For a phone app, you know how amazing that is? That's so many people.
That's so many people just going after these.
It's the most popular. It's the most popular thing on the frickin' market.
Oh yeah, it beat out Tinder and it beat out a whole bunch of other stuff.
I went to the store I've been going to the stores the past few days checking out prices of phones. I'm actually looking into getting a cell phone just so I can play Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch of people at work that upgraded their phones because they were running older shitty phones that couldn't play it, and they went out and bought brand new phones to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's that is funny. That is amazing. What other app will make people upgrade their phones?
Yeah. I think Pokemon was the perfect app to make, augmented reality app, simply because the current generation of phone users, like the majority of them, were from the late 90s, early 2000s. That Pokemon, first generation Pokemon.
Well, yeah,
group,
that had
right?
a Game Boy Color and played Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue.
Like everyone knows what the first 150 Pokemons are. Everyone. Like it's the perfect time to release the app because every one of those people now have a cell phone.
And they are in the majority of people that have their own money, and
Exactly.
so
Like it's Niantic, right? The company.
Yes,
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Like
very
that
similar.
company is probably filthy fucking rich at this point from
Yeah,
microtransactions.
yeah, pretty much. They like between them and Nintendo, and I think Google has a small part of it as well.
Well, yeah, Google makes a
It's
percentage
pretty.
of. Google probably makes like 10% of all sales.
Just for the usage of the map. Yeah.
The
Probably.
map and also their services, like your Google account and everything else. But
Yeah.
yeah, Google is making a crap load, and Nintendo and everyone else. So,
And
yeah, Nintendo's
Essentially,
winning.
once this was launched, for the most part, it was a turnkey operation. Other than maintaining the servers and keeping it running, I mean, this is the
A pretty cheap implementation.
yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Like at this point, they might just need like a small skeleton crew to keep it running. You know, it's amazing. It impresses me so much how successful this was. Although I feel like in a couple of months it's gonna fade out. Not fade out completely, but like
It's gonna
it's
slow
gonna
The
down.
pad is
yeah
gonna just drop a little bit. I can see that. I can see
yeah.
that that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be right away though. It's going to
No,
be
it's gonna take at least 6 months, and then it'll taper down,
Yeah.
and they will be probably some moderate usage in a day compared to at this moment in time.
Yeah, like right now, people see a new Pokemon or a question mark on their screen, and they fucking gotta go. You know,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
So
it's
a picture I saw online of a guy who had a Charizard spawn near his office, but he was working, so he couldn't go look at it, or couldn't go look for it, I should say.
that's a piss off.
Yeah,
well, there's been a whole bunch of other stories too. Like, of course, like the media does focus on the negative
bad,
stories, the bad
obviously.
stories,
A lot
because
of them are
that's
made up
what the
too.
media really do.
That is the
So did we
media.
find out if the one about the guy in Florida is true or not yet?
Which one is this?
The guy that took pot shots at teenagers that were on his lawn looking for Pokemon.
No clue.
Okay,
But considering it's Florida and
it's
all the
it's
crazy
a
stories
possibility.
come from Florida, I wouldn't doubt it, not one bit.
It's Florida.
It's always a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had that one. We had the girl crossing the road and getting hit, which involved ended up being involving her mother, which is now going on about Pokemon Go is evil. It's the devil.
No, I blame the child. Child should have been looking when she was crossing the road.
15 years old, man. I mean, come on.
Okay,
No,
young
I'm
adult.
sorry. They're
Yeah,
old enough to know.
they're old enough to know better.
And you
Yeah.
know
They
what? It is not the app's fault because there's a warning right when you
there,
log in that says check your surroundings. Don't
that
be an idiot.
is yeah. There's a warning on the app. There's
They should
everything
change
is.
the warning to something kids can relate to more. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Oh dear God.
Don't be a fool, sucker.
That was horrible. Actually, with that, I think that's actually going to be the podcast for tonight because I, I don't know, unless you guys have anything else to talk about.
Nope.
Titties and hoes. I don't know.
Just gonna go. I checked myself earlier. I just gotta go wreck myself before bed.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just waiting for someone to get abducted, like some 26-year-old male abducted, sent a ransom call, and they're like, yeah, you can
Free,
keep him.
free
You can
rare
keep him.
colony, or free rare candy.
Yeah, the parents are like, we got your child. Give us $100,000, and the parents are like, oh, you can keep him. We've been trying.
Oh,
to
he's been
keep
catching his rat-a-tat. Screw him.
He's been living here for 26 years. Just keep him.
I can see that being the case.
It would be funny.
All right. So, good news is I will be back streaming on our Twitch channel again this weekend, or this week, I should say. And we're probably actually going to be starting with Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 or 13, whichever one we're at now.
I don't know.
It's just going to be a shitload of confusion and disappointment. So feel free to join in on that.
So who's going to be confused and disappointed?
Oh, me.
You're just going to be like,
the last romance game I played was one on PlayStation 1.
That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I haven't picked up the series since. I'm expecting to fail miserably.
So you're going to end up in a corner, curled up, crying in a ball and rocking back and forth?
On live stream?
On live stream, yeah. That's.
I would pay to watch that. That'd be hilarious.
I'm so gonna be watching you do that.
Yeah, that's because that seems to be what I remember of Romance 1.
That's my kind of live stream.
And with that creepy factor, thank you for watching the GameItAll.com podcast.
That is terrible. I'm Pino25, and that was terrible. Yeah.
And I'm Sexy Voice Rick.
And we will see you guys next time.
Yeah.
In 7 days.